Have you ever felt like a simple coffee conversation leaves you as drained as if you'd run a marathon? Or that after watching an intense movie or having a minor argument, you need to lock yourself in a dark, silent room for hours? If this happens to you, you've probably been told that you're too sensitive, that you take things too personally, or that you overthink everything. And perhaps you've even started to believe there's something broken inside you, that your social and emotional battery is defective compared to everyone else's. But here is the truth: nobody has explained to you. It's not that you are weak, it's that your brain processes information at a level of depth that most people can't even imagine. Today we're going to talk about the cognitive load of feeling too much. We're going to understand why your depth of processing is a superpower, but one that consumes an industrial amount of biological energy. By the end of this video, you won't just understand why you get exhausted, you'll learn how to manage your energy budget so that feeling deeply stops being a sentence and becomes your greatest competitive advantage. Reframing. It's not sensitivity, it's processing. Imagine that the average person's brain is like an office that receives 100 emails a day. It reads them, replies to the important ones, and archives the rest quickly. Efficient, right? Now imagine your brain is an elite intelligence agency. It doesn't just receive the 100 emails. It analyzes the sender's tone of voice, looks for hidden messages between the lines, connects the information to events from 5 years ago, and predicts the future consequences of every single response. That is what we call deep processing. In psychology, especially in studies regarding high sensitivity, HSP, and neurodivergence, we know that certain brains have hyperconnectivity in areas related to awareness and empathy. What you call feeling too much is actually your nervous system working at maximum capacity to pick up on nuances others overlook. It's not a factory defect, it's a high-resolution system in a world that often settles for 480p. Explaining the mechanism, the neuroscience of exhaustion, let's get a little technical, but stay with me, because this will give you a lot of peace of mind. Our brain represents only 2% of our body weight, but it consumes 20% of our total energy. Most of that energy goes toward cognitive load. What is cognitive load? It's the amount of mental effort being used in the working memory. Think of it as your computer's RAM. When you process deeply, you are running heavy programs in the background. Empathic tuning. You are reading your interlocutor's micro-expressions. Are they bored? Did they feel hurt by what I said? Why did their tone of voice change? Pattern analysis. Your brain is constantly searching for the why behind everything. Emotional response. The limbic system, the emotional center, is constantly sending signals to the prefrontal cortex to evaluate what to do with what you're feeling. The role of the insular and mirror neurons. Neuroimaging studies show that people who feel too much have higher activation in the insula, a part of the brain that integrates sensory information and internal emotions. They also have a more active mirror neuron system. This means that when you see someone suffering, your brain doesn't just understand that they are suffering. It literally simulates that suffering. It is a biologically expensive process. You are burning glucose at an incredible rate just by perceiving. That's why you end the day with brain fog or extreme fatigue. Your RAM has run out of space. Practical strategies: how to manage your energy. If your brain is a high-performance machine, it needs high-performance maintenance. You can't ask a Ferrari to perform like a utility vehicle using lawnmower fuel. Tool 1. The spoon budget. You've likely heard of spoon theory. Every day you wake up with a limited number of spoons, units of energy. Small talk, 1 spoon. An emotional conflict, 5 spoons. A crowded shopping mall, 4 spoons. Before accepting a plan, look at how many spoons you have left. If you're in the negative, saying no isn't selfish, it's preventive maintenance. Tool 2. Sensory discharge points. If deep processing is data input, you need data output or a pause, the 10-minute silence technique. After a meeting or social event, spend 10 minutes in absolute silence without your phone. Let your brain finish archiving the heavy files it just processed. Controlled darkness. Reducing visual input helps immensely to lower the load on the insula. Tool 3. Affect labeling. When you feel the emotional load is too much, use language. Saying internally, I am experiencing empathy overload. Or, I feel anxiety because of this ambient noise. Shifts activity from the amygdala, raw emotion, to the prefrontal cortex, reasoning. By naming the emotion, you take away its power to drain you. Warnings and caveats, the sensitivity spectrum. It's important to pause here. Feeling deeply doesn't always mean the same thing for everyone. If you feel this exhaustion is constant and prevents you from leading a normal life, it's vital to rule out or identify other conditions. For example, highly sensitive people, HSP. This is a personality trait, not a disorder. ADHD and autism. These often involve sensory dysregulation or hyperfixation that drastically increases cognitive load. Unresolved trauma, sometimes feeling too much, is actually hypervigilance, being constantly on alert due to fear. If your exhaustion is accompanied by hopelessness or a total loss of interest, please seek support from a mental health professional. You don't have to carry it all alone. Psychological support, the value of your depth. I want to say something directly to you, you who feel exhausted simply by existing in a noisy world. Your depth is a medicine the world needs. We live in a surface-level culture of moving on fast and ephemeral consumption. Your ability to stop, to analyse the why to be moved to tears by a piece of music or a stranger's pain, is what makes us human. Don't try to numb yourself to fit in. The goal isn't to feel less, but to build a life that sustains how much you feel. Be compassionate with yourself when you need to rest. Don't punish yourself for needing 10 hours of sleep after an intense day. Your brain has worked harder than everyone else's. It deserves that rest. In summary, the cognitive load of feeling too much is the price you pay for processing the world in high definition. It's not a weakness, it's a high complexity biological function. Today we learned that your exhaustion is real and has a neuroscientific basis. Your brain consumes more energy because it analyzes more layers of reality. Managing your spoons and seeking moments of silence is fundamental to your health. Your turn. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. At what specific moments do you feel your cognitive load reach its limit? Sharing your experience helps others feel less alone on this path. Remember, feeling is an art and you are a master, even if the brush feels a bit heavier than usual sometimes. See you in the next video.